guys, he's Mike Lacett.
And he's Jamal Spencer. Sports Court is in session.
Sports Court, sponsored by Fair State University. Welcome back to another edition of Sports Court. This week we're arguing NFL football, specifically a guy that Lions fans know a little bit about. Former Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford. Has your opinion of him changed with his playoff victory? Yeah, it kind of has. I mean, Stafford was a guy that needed to prove it. Couldn't prove it in Detroit for varying factors, but when it came time for him to perform like the 2014 playoff game against Dallas, he fell short. He rose to that challenge against the Arizona Cardinals, though. Got to give the guy props for finally stepping up.
My opinion of Matthew Stafford hasn't changed. You know why? It was always high to begin with. You look back at the Lions over the last 3 decades, 0 playoff wins. That's not on Matthew Stafford, who's one of the greatest quarterbacks in franchise history. I'm shocked all these people out there rooting against him. It wasn't Matthew Stafford's fault, and you should be happy for him.
Mike, he's not one of, he is the greatest quarterback in franchise history. He's a former #1 overall pick. When you have those type of lofty expectations, shouldn't you win a playoff game?
Oh, absolutely. You should win a playoff game, but we know this, Jamal. We've talked about it. Football is not a sport like basketball where it comes down to one guy. It's about all the other guys on the field. How could you not blame the Lions more so for their problems than just looking at Matthew Stafford and saying, this is on you?
I don't blame solely Matt Stafford. I do blame the Lions as well. It is not entirely Matthew Stafford's fault that he went 0-3 in the postseason. But the truth of the matter is, he had a Hall of Fame wide receiver. He had the #1 or the #2 ranked defense in the NFL one year when they went to the playoffs. The team needed the quarterback to do a little bit more. He was always incapable of doing that, it seemed, in Detroit. To Mike's credit, the Lions are an organizational failure. It's not just one guy's fault that they don't win. That's true. However, when you're the #1 overall pick, certain things are expected of you. You got to make people around you better, which he did during the regular season. Couldn't seem to do it come playoff time. But now that he's got a playoff win under his belt, that monkey's off his back. Congratulations to Matthew Stafford. He certainly closed that book in my mind.
I think it's important to really look at those fans that are rooting against Matthew Stafford. I don't understand that. This is a guy that gave you everything. In 1995, the Blazers traded Clyde Drexler to the Houston Rockets. Drexler then won a championship with the Rockets, and Blazer fans were happy for Drexler because the guy gave everything he had to the franchise. Stafford did the same thing. Everyone out there should be happy for Stafford no matter how far he goes in the playoffs.
Tigers fans are happy for Justin Verlander too, Mike. Something about those Houston teams. And now we're looking to you, the jury. Who do you think made the better argument?
Head to the 13 on your side Facebook page or text court to 616-559-1310 and comment.
And next week, we'll highlight our favorites.
Last week, we asked if MSU should help Michigan by rescheduling the postponed game, and the jury, those sons of guns, said no.
Very, very smart people agreeing with me, but Scott said this whole topic should be a non-starter. The school should have no say in it. The conference should announce it.
Scott's my man right there. And Dave added, being that the game was postponed, I'd say yes. That's why you do a postponement and not just cancel. Are we sure the jury was 60-40? It sounds like they agree with me here.
I wish we could postpone the end of this segment, but we're out of time, Mike. Do the honors.
Sports Court is adjourned.
Sports Court, sponsored by Fair State University.